happy Tuesday. This just happened. I'm sorry. My mic. Forgot to turn on again. I don't know why I keep forgetting the damn thing, but I do. It is 12:41 and I am watching Books and Lala. We can kind of zoom in on that. Hang on. Let me find the zoom button. See? Watching her. Anyways, that's what I'm doing right now, and you're gonna see. I'm trying to do the thing that Gabby from Gabby Reads says, but I don't know how that worked. You're gonna see my second mystery book that I'm reading for my reading blank for the first time, and that is Catching Fire. And I am really reading this for the first time. I've never read this before, so this is new to me completely, and I'm realizing now that you're a little crooked, and that's because you're sitting on my bed currently. See? I've got nice Halloween pants going on, see? So you're gonna look crooked. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm reading this and I'm up to 95 pages, and I'm also listening along to it because I feel like I understand when reading more and I get more out of it when I listen to it and follow along. So I've been a little spoiled on that. So that's how I'm going with it. I'm listening to it on the Libby app on my phone. So basically, she's not worried about the Hunger Games. She's suffering from the after effects of that, like the PTSD part of it, and really trying to adjust to her new life, and the imminent threats of President Snow, because he knows that, you know, her and Peeta are not together. And that now she found out there's uprisings because of her, that she didn't really mean to do it, so she's like, I didn't mean to do all these things. I don't know how I'm doing, how I'm starting like this spark. That's what he says. Like she's a spark that's starting like these like uprisings. They're not really uprisings, they're like riots at this point, but like it could start a full uprising. And he basically threatened her whole family and Gale that, you know, if you don't make me believe that you're really in love with Gale, like with Peeta, then, you know, he's gonna basically like kill him, whatever. And she was at District 11 where Rue, that's where Rue lived at, and she was seeing all her family there, and their sister looked exactly like Rue, and she basically just made like you know, like, I thank you guys for like, I thank District 11, you know, for Rue, you know, because Rue looked after me. I see her in the trees, I see her in the flowers by the meadow in my district, and the people, like, and this old man did like the 3 whistle thing that Rue does, and they did like the that thing, and then like she went off the stage, but she like, oh, I forgot my flowers. She went to go get her flowers, and she saw like the old man just got like shot, and she was like, what? And she's realizing, dang, I didn't really mean to do that. That wasn't like an act of rebellion or whatever. It was just me showing my thanks. Like, doing that simple act started like a whole riot and had like that old man killed, and now she's realizing, dang, this is really serious. And now this whole time she's still trying to make President Snow convinced, but in the end she really didn't. So she kind of already knows what she needs to do is run away, but like I have a feeling that that's not going to happen because it is a quarter quell, so it's like 75th Hunger Games, so there's special event that's going to go on for that, which tomorrow I'll read. I'll figure out what that is, and that's basically all. That's it. That she's facing this imminent threat from the Capitol because she's just doing these things that she doesn't understand why, like, that she doesn't mean to do. It wasn't her intention, and people are seeing her as like a hope of being free from the Capitol, and that's about it. And that's her new threat. And I think she's gonna get, I believe she does get thrusted back into the Hunger Games for some reason. So at some point it's a special Hunger Games this year, so we'll see what about this is. So it's Tuesday and we're reading this book for this week, and that'll be it. And I tried to fill my TBR with my little TBR jar over there, if you can kind of see right there, but I don't think it worked out, so I think I'm gonna delete all that footage and just kind of make up my own TBR, since I have The Girl with All the Gifts on audiobook too. I think I'm gonna do that, and then maybe like another book or something, and maybe a third one after that to see like if I get to it. If I don't, that's fine. This is what I'm tentatively gonna read, and that will be it. So that's it. So I'll see you in my next update. Hey, I thought I'd pop in just for no reason at all, just to show you the funny content of how I have to dry my hair. I have to put up in this little towel thing for like half hour and then go dry it. So I tell you what my plan's gonna be. Finish this video, then dry hair, make sure that's good to go, fine, and then maybe film my TBR real quick. Because I picked that out, picked the books I kind of want to tentatively get to this month. And then I'm gonna go to my Nana's and have coffee. So that's just about it. So hope you enjoyed this little hair tunic looking thing. I did it at your pleasure, at your expense. So hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next update. Hi, what's up? It's later in the day. It's Tuesday. Oh my god. It's Tuesday. And it's 10:30. And I got a little bit more in this little thing. Catching Fire, and I got to page like 132 and 133. My plan is to read like 100 pages a day, so I can get this done pretty quickly. I do find Suzanne Collins' writing very easy to get into in her story, very easy to get into, which I like. I like how I just easily get into it. I don't have to do much thought into it, because at some points, you know, I'm just like, don't really want to do much thought into what I'm reading. But up to this point, Candace is really realizing the seriousness of, wait just a sec, I don't like the way that looks. Okay, there we go. Better. She's realizing the seriousness of what the Capitol can do and all that stuff, so it's really sinking in whenever she talks to Gail about let's run away and all that stuff, and the sign that she got from the president, no, basically saying, you know, you didn't really convince me, whatever. So, and one of the game makers this year has a watch and has like a Mockingjay on it, and that's everywhere in the Capitol. The bird, because they find it like it's like the victor sign now, whatever, and they find that very popular. But where she talks to Gail in the woods about, you know, hey, this is all happening, and he's like, oh, there's uprisings, he got really excited about it, and he doesn't want to leave. But then when she goes home, he ends up being like whipped really bad for having a turkey, and there's this new peacekeeper in District 12. It's not like the nice one that just lets them go by, hunt, and get all the stuff that they need, and kind of let it slide by, because when they hunt, it's punishable by death. So she really realizes right then, when she goes in to protect him, saying, no, don't whip him, whatever, and one of the guys actually whips the side of her face, and thankfully Haymitch comes in like, what's the Beauty people gonna do about this? What's their team gonna say about this? It makes a threat, and somebody lets her cousin slide by and take him away. And I think right then this is really setting in of like, dang, we really gotta do something about it, because Gail ends up telling her, like, before this all happened, is that, you know, you have a presence, like, you have this power within your hands to actually start something and actually like make things better for everyone in the districts and everyone in Panem. But you have this power, that you have this like status to you that you can use, and you're not going to use it, like you're just going to run away. And you know, that kind of bothered her. I think that's setting in now. And but I'm assuming that something's going to happen in between the 200 pages, I believe, that's going to be changing for her. I feel like I think she does go back in the Hunger Games at some point, because with like other past tributes or something like that. I don't quite remember, but I think that's what's gonna happen. But no, we'll see about that. But that's all that's happened, and I think this is gonna get like a 5 stars. If 5 star, huh? If not, if I did say 4 star in my last vlog for the first Hunger Games, I upped it to 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed it. So I think that's what's gonna happen with this one. I mean, it's pretty early on to know, but I think that's what's gonna happen with this. So that is it, and I disregarded my video for my TBR wrap-up. Not wrap-up. I don't know if I'm gonna do wrap-up, whatever. That's another thing to think about. Darn. my TBR for October. So I think I'm just gonna disregard that because I don't know, I don't really like it. So I may just end up doing it in here, doing like my reading vlog plus my TBR, maybe just doing it next week when I'm Hey, it's Wednesday, 11:15. I'm far away because I didn't want to sit on my floor. I just got off work. I'm going in early tomorrow at like 11. So I'm getting up early tomorrow morning to get ready, do all that good stuff. And I've been listening to Hunger Games on my phone. This thing. I'm like halfway through chapter 12. Nothing really big has happened. So what happened so far basically is that things are changing around District 12 because of the uprisings and all that kind of stuff, and Katniss is like, I gotta do something, stuff like that. She's getting that ready, and Gale is getting healed, he's home, and people, basically District 12 is being punished in some ways. That's it. So far nothing really big has happened. Oh, she did find out that District 13 may be like an actual thing, because people may have went underground by these other people that escaped District 8. So that's kind of a big plot point. So she's thinking, oh, maybe there is a District 13 now. She has noticed that by these people that told her that they've been basically using these old footage, basically, when they talk about District 13. So, as you can tell, I'm kind of a little tired. I can't talk, so bless you if you understand every word I've said. That's just about it. I'm gonna listen to Hunger Games or Catching Fire, you know, that book. That's just about it, and hopefully you can hear me from this way, because my camera's kind of far away, so bless you again if you heard all of this. That's all I gotta say. I'm trying to make it to page 300. I think that's what I'm trying to make to. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to make it page 300. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay, that's it. I stop rambling and looking stupid, so good night. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's 11 o'clock. Friday. And I didn't come back to you at all yesterday. I don't know why. I just didn't. I had a friend over yesterday, so I hung out with her and, you know, did those things. Well, I am on page 305. Someone's on the door, sorry. And I got like 167 pages left in it. And if I read like 83 pages in 2 days, I should finish it like Saturday, which I'm gonna try and do. And well, basically what has happened is basically all the tributes from my past tributes from past games who have won are competing in this Hunger Games for the Court of Quell, and they're reuniting in a way. And so they're playing on the crowd sympathies, like, you know, hey, we've lost the capital, like, why are you gonna do this to us, stuff like that. That's basically what they're doing. So mom door again. Anyway, so they're doing their own rebellion in a way of like showing that they're connected, showing that they're togetherness, that kind of thing. And uprisings are still happening, and Cinna, the costume designer, ended up getting beat the crap out of it. Of course, they made sure that Katniss saw it before she went into the dome thing to get zoom through the arena or whatever, because they have this trend with her dresses where she spins around in a circle and it catch on fire, and then it changes into another costume. Well, it was her wedding dress, and it ended up turning into like a bird costume, like a Mockingjay costume, and it was like, for the capital, people don't know it's a sign of rebellion in the other districts, but the capital, it's a sign of like her sign of being a victor. In the tributes, in the other districts, it's a sign of like hope and like where you can get out from underneath the capital slum, that kind of thing. And basically Katniss at this point is like ready to be assigned to be that symbol to the rebels and stuff like that. So I'm at the point where now she's in the arena right now where she just made it. But it's not really stuffy, it's because I just sneezed like a billion times before I popped on here, so that's why. I sneezed for like no apparent reason. I don't know why. But I think my plan is to read a little more of this and then do dishes and then maybe do some Khan Academy or something like that. Maybe do that. At least I'll have something to do, and then I'm gonna go work at 2. Then I close, and then whenever I gotta decide if I'm gonna wash my hair tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, honestly, because if I wash it Saturday, I don't have to worry about washing it till Tuesday, because I can't wash it like every day because it gets all dried out and stuff. So I have to make that decision tonight, but we'll see on that. That's about it for right now. I think like right after this, I'm going to go into my next book, which I have an audio, and then after that, I'm trying to finish that and go to my next book that's not audio. So I have like 2 books that are my audio book on my phone, on my Libby app, so that'd be nice. So I think Sunday I'm gonna film my October TBR because I have basically what I want to read. There's 2 for sure I'm reading, so that's the plan. I'll check back in with you and have an update. Okay, a little surprise. I'm actually on chapter 19, 321. So let's do that math and see how many pages I got. I got there's total 472 pages. 472 minus, what did I say? So I got 151 pages. That's nice. So if I read 75 pages in 2 days, then I should be golden. I didn't realize I was on chapter 19. That's all I gotta say. Bye again. Good morning. It's Saturday, October something, 3rd or whatever, and I'm here to tell you the things I told you I was gonna do. Yesterday I didn't. I actually ended up finishing Catching Fire. I'm gonna give this 5 stars because just the way that it ended, honestly, because it kept me the whole entire time, kept me engaged. I didn't want to wander off and not read anything else, you know, that kind of thing. And the way I didn't know how, like what they're planning. Like honestly, the character Haymitch, like I think he should get a lot more credit than what he normally gets, because he's a lot more smarter than what you think. You first think in the first book that he's just a drunk who's just won the games by luck, you know. But he's actually a lot smarter than what you think. He actually came up with this whole plan to help get Katniss out of the arena, and because she is now the Mockingjay, right? Because she's like the symbol of hope of getting out from underneath the Capitol and stuff like that. And the whole plan the whole entire time was to save her, to get her out so she can start this rebellion, so they can get so the people in the districts can break free. And you don't really know that until like the very end. Like the couple of tributes that were with Peeta and Katniss towards the end part were like all in on it. Basically, a lot of them were in on the whole thing, and she like literally didn't know. She didn't know it. You really don't even know either until like the very end. And then, you know, she's there in the like the Capitol area where she's at in the hospital. She's all like knocked out, and then Gale comes in and is like, "Oh, you don't know, like District 12. There's no District 12." And like that's just where it ends. It's like Katniss, like he says literally, when we get to the last part, he goes, "Katniss, there's no District 12." And then like that's like literally like the end. Like there's no District 12, and it's like, what? And then like you're just left like stunned, and she's like, wait, what? There's no District 12? How's there not a District 12? And that's because like she basically kind of broke the games. Like she literally just kind of, it was like there was like a force field around the arenas, like a circle. Oh, and the way she exposed as a clock, one one of the Nuts and Bolts characters says TikTok, just like, it's 6 o'clock, and all these different like pie pieces in the arena where it's like different challenges. Like there's monkeys, one with Jabberjays, one's with like mist, one's with water or something like that, and like they ended up dividing the whole plan, but like the whole plan to help kill the other guys, but then behind it, Katniss' back, their whole plan was to try and get her tracker out of her arm and to get her out. That was literally the whole plan, like the whole entire time, and you don't know until the end. Then she freaks out that Pete is like gone and she's at the Capitol, so we don't know what's gonna happen to him. And it's like, wait, what's gonna happen? But that's just about it. But I just keep thinking, you know, like, is like how like her challenge isn't like just facing like people and getting out. Like her whole challenge is now trying to, like, her being like this symbol. It's like, you know, how can you like be a symbol of some sort to start this rebellion, this revolution? Like that's a lot to put on somebody, and like to be in that spot to do that, I find that would be very challenging and a very hard thing like to put on someone's shoulders, is to be that kind of image. But that's what has been put on her, but not by choice. Like she didn't mean to do any of this at all, so it was like all by accident that it happened, and she didn't mean to like do any of this. She just wanted to save her sister and just win the games and just not, and just go home. But no, she ended up coming out of it like being a symbol of hope for a lot of people in the district, because she has to be that person who can lead people, essentially. And she's not willing to do this because she's like 17. Like, put that kind of pressure on a 17-year-old girl, that's hard to do. That's what that keeps referencing in my mind, is that is that pressure that she has to have, you know. But that's just about it. And I did get a book in the mail yesterday. It's Night Shift by Stephen King, and I think what I'm gonna do, it has all these stories in it. I think I'm gonna put a tab in them, so at least I know which story I want to read. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. So that's great. I also got my mom's birthday gift over here in this area, which is great. And I'm also now reading The Girl with All the Gifts, so I'm gonna be starting in that vlog. I'm already 42 pages in, so it's already great. So I think that's where I'm gonna end it here for right now. I hope you guys have a lovely morning, day, evening, night, wherever you guys are at in the world. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you guys want to do. Leave any suggestions or any thoughts of what you guys thought of the book. I thought it was great. Sorry for my endless yawns, but I thought it was great. I don't know about you, but maybe it's because the first time I'm reading it, I never really got to read it during the hype. Well, I could have, but it just didn't. But I hope you guys like this vlog. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. So this is where I bid you adieu. Bye.